matter of fact though, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this, how about that? Pay attention to wax, you're free to see what that's like.
All right, gang. Ian Anderson, Untitled Disc Golf. We are back with some more 2017 PDGA Masters Worlds. Again, joining me, PDGA Media Director, the man, the myth, the legend, Marty Gregoire. See what's up, Marty?
Hello. Good to be back.
There he is. Where are we playing today, sir?
This is Riverview Disc Golf. This is on the Grand River, believe it or not, in Grand Rapids. And we're on hole 1. It's a par 5. It's 875 feet. It's pretty wide open. There's not much OB to worry about. You got some thick stuff on the left, and the pin sort of dips around on the left side. You got some low ceiling stuff to worry about.
So we're going to see some rollers off the tee here?
We could. I wasn't there when it happened, but it seems like almost a risky play because you don't want to roll into those woods and you don't want to go way out to the right.
Okay. Looks like Barry Schultz agrees with you. Plays out a little flex shot. That'll work, or what do you think?
That's going to work. I don't think he wants to be that far left because he's going to have a big hook shot to stay in line with the basket here. It's a par 5 for these guys. You're going to see it a few times here at Riverview. Or Riverside?
Riverside, yes.
Riverside, sorry. There's another course that we've been to recently called Riverview. You're going to see that a lot where the rollers are there and they might not take it.
Gotcha. Just doesn't really make sense there. That was Cam Todd. I believe that was Larry right there. Last on the tee.
Yep, we got Oklahoma's Larry Gardner.
Yep. Looking at Barry Schultz, second shot. And try and make this corner. Wow.
So had he been a little more out in the middle, he would have maybe been able to get there.
Mm-hmm. But as it is, he's got a very easy birdie coming up. This is Robert Bainbridge out of NorCal. Should have a pretty easy birdie as well. Larry. Ooh.
Yeah, you can see the wind is really whipping out there. We have Cam Todd on the card now as well.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic player. GBO 2 years ago.
Not sure that's what he wanted to do.
No, turned that one over a little too much. Looking at his third. And got him a longer birdie putt than he wanted. But he's a great putter. I'm looking at Robert's third. Up and down for the birdie.
And this is what I mean by when I said it was a soft par 5. You have, not perfect shots, and we have a lot of birdie putts inside the circle or just parked.
Yeah, just a little 120-foot up shots. No worries there. Larry pitches out nicely. Should be carding a birdie as well. Cam with the only real putt here for a bird. Everybody else should be carding him.
I know you guys have filmed Cam before. I've tried to do it with my phone several times. It's nearly impossible. The guy just walks up and throws every time.
He is the fastest player we play. It's either him, MJ, or Ricky, and it's definitely not Ricky. Actually, it's definitely MJ or Cam.
The only player faster off the tee or harder to film, you might say, would be Paige Bjerkes.
Oh, you are totally correct. She jams it out there.
I consider it an accomplishment to get anything she does on video off the tee. I don't care where it goes. I'm just glad I got it.
She does have the best hair in disc golf, though.
Oh, it's incredible.
It is, yeah. Those locks flowing. Cam taking the lone par there, and we're on to hole 2. It's a lot shorter, Marty.
Yeah, this one's gonna be. It's a pretty straight shot. It's really not too tricky. There's a few of those on this course where this is one of the birdie or die holes. It's only 260 feet. There's no excuse for not getting it at this level. You're going to see some ace runs here, and there's one from Barry.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments a while ago tried to tell me you can't save a birdie. This is a hole where you're saving a birdie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So nice drive from Robert, a little bit short. Larry?
Larry's probably hoping for that wind. Oklahoma guys usually are. They can play better. They have more experience in it.
They do. Really, us California kids don't fare so well.
So again, it looks like Cam is probably out. No,
Yeah,
Larry's
a little
out.
bit long. Okay, see if we can make the 2.
Ouch. Yeah, you can't get the par on a hole like this.
No. Just super straightforward.
Cam really took his time on that one. For him.
Took at least a second. He's gonna make his par putt though. What do they call it? The pop putt, the pitch putt, Cam's putt. What do you call it?
I've heard both. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know it just happens really fast.
Yeah.
Usually before you even are looking over there.
Accurate. There is a par cleanup and a couple birdies for our leaders there, and Barry and Robert. They're tied at 39 down. We also have a tie for 3rd place with Larry and Cam.
You gotta give it up for Robert Bainbridge. I mean, this is a guy that, no offense to Robert, a lot of people hadn't heard of this guy, and here we are, round 5, and he's still on the lead card from day 1.
Yeah. Is he even 1,000 rated? I think he's like high 900s.
I'll bet you he is by now.
Yeah, he probably is, true. Here's Barry Schultz on the tee.
This is another short one, same distance, 260, but a little more tricky. You gotta play low, you gotta get under those branches, and you're gonna have to throw something stable if you play the right side.
Yeah. Looks like Barry and Robert did a great job so far. Larry gonna try and keep pace.
He's going a little bit higher. Just gotta hope he doesn't hit some of those branches, but it looks like he did, and he's gonna be outside near the sidewalk, which is OB, but I think he is safe.
Yeah, it looked like he trickled into the grass there. Cam Todd.
This looks pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Ooh, nice little tree kick there. Give him a solid roll. Here's Larry. Should be carding this too. Good putt, sir. So we're probably looking at a little star frame here. Most likely, anyway.
Oh, I think you just caused that. I think you might have jinxed him.
I'm sorry, Robert. Oh, man.
Like the wind might have just knocked it down, or he might have just missed it low.
Yep, both of those things can happen. And do. Barry makes the birdie, though. Going to take the lead over Robert. And Cam makes his deuce. Here's a disappointing par for Robert. Yep. Got to get that one. Although it is definitely easier than the last one. Or, sorry, harder than the last one. That's what it is. We got 3 birdies in the par. There is Barry taking that lead in Worlds. It's going to take us to hole 4, Marty.
Yeah, that's a painful birdie to miss when you just gave up the lead to Barry Schultz.
Sure
Got
is.
a 530-foot par 4 here. Again, this one, Riverside's tricky like this. It looks pretty open, even with the drone previews. But the branches are low enough and the trees they're there enough to make every shot pretty tricky. You really got to play the exact right line.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how they attack it. Look, Barry's hanging it out. Whoa.
And you can see that wind just dropped that disc really quickly.
Wow. Yeah. Right to left or a headwind, it looks like. Look like Larry's going to go roller.
Now this to me seems like the play because you have plenty of room on the left for the roller to go out, and then you just need it to curl back a little bit.
Wow.
And even with a really nice roller, he is still a ways away.
He is, yeah, this is a beast of a hole. Cam Todd has a great roller game. Looks like he's lining one up. Should be an easy 3.
Easy 3, absolutely. I think even, where Barry's at, it's going to be a pretty easy 3.
Yeah. It's a decently soft par 4 for these guys.
Yeah, at 530 feet, I mean, even a really bad drive that hits the ground really quickly is probably going to clear 300. So you're looking at inside of 300 for your upshot, and just not enough in the way.
Although I think Robert just went 300 the wrong way. That cut rolled for days. Looking at Barry trying to swing one in here, but left it a little wide.
Looked like he was maybe playing for a better skip than he got.
Yeah, agreed. Robert playing a beautiful Annie. Wow.
He's going to be in the circle for his bird.
Give himself actually a really open look over there. Worked out nicely. Cam maybe a little bit short. And now Larry, their beautiful roller.
This was, I believe this was, of all the days we were there, the worst weather. And you can see that even that isn't bad weather. It just happened to be cloudy and windy.
Yeah. Cam capitalizes his bird after Barry missed his. Here is Robert to tie for the lead again. It's a good battle going, Marty.
All week, man. And it wasn't always Robert versus Barry. But it was always Robert versus someone.
Yeah, Johnny McRae was up there for a little bit. I forget who else. But yeah. Not bad from Barry cleaning up the par. Sure, he's looking for the birdie there.
There's the moss-covered Grand River in the background.
Nice. And again, we have a tie for third and a tie at the top. It's going to take us to hole 5, Marty.
Yeah, this one is... It's a little tricky. This is one of the ones used in the final 9 as well. So this is a dog leg left. Again, it's pretty open off the tee. It's really about where you end up so that you have a nice open approach. You don't want to get caught up on that left side. But if you play too far to the right, you're going to have a longer approach shot. Either way, I would say at a par 4, this is one that at this level, these guys definitely need to birdie.
Yeah, this feels like that 260-foot hole. You know, birdie or die. That was a good drive from Cam. Robert? He's got some interesting style, Marty.
He does, man. He was a blast to get to know, and just really fun to watch all week.
Cool. Yeah, seems like an incredibly nice guy. I've heard awesome things about him from our buddy Scott. Plays with him a lot.
This is Barry taking no chances, going to play out into the open. Rocking his Pink Floyd, as usual.
This will be Cam Todd's second shot. Playing a little soft hyzer into it. Get a little skip. That'll work.
That should work. Robert needs that one to sit, and it does.
Well done, sir.
You'd think, looking at this grass in the video, that it would be really, really skippy, almost like, you know, the grass at the memorial or something. But it really isn't. It really grabbed the disc pretty well. It didn't allow for any enormous skips.
Yeah, we've been seeing that. A great upshot by Larry. There's a good putt by Cam.
That's just great camera work. He caught that putt. That was tough.
No doubt. There's Barry tossing one in. He and Cam have similar putting styles. It just Barry takes longer.
That is true.
Yep. There's some good birdie cleanups right there.
There we go. That's what we should see. We should see a star frame.
Yep. And we still have a tie at the top. And we still have a tie for third. Really cool looking park, Marty.
It's really just beautiful. This is maybe my favorite hole on the whole course. 680 feet. You got a lot of these old growth tall trees in the way, leading to a basket that's behind this enormous tree stump. Apparently it was cut down fairly recently. A lot of the locals were upset about it, but it needed to go for safety reasons.
Okay.
But you will see a lot of different paths here off the tee if you sort of stood around and watched it all day, like I may or may not have.
Larry got off the tee. Okay, not great. Cam looking to improve on that. Oh, stay clean.
Yeah, I saw everything here from rollers to thumbers, and backhand, because really you just want to get past that first group of trees and give yourself a look. That is probably where you don't want to be.
Yeah, he looks like he's behind that other line of trees over there. Barry Schultz.
This was the last hole of the final 9, which you guys filmed, so stay tuned for that one.
Nice.
It was a great finishing hole.
Really a great drive from Barry.
Really puts you to the test.
Yeah. Larry hung that one out wide or turned it over.
He hung it out, and then it slammed into a tree branch and went straight down.
Robert, he's got some beautiful annies.
Really does.
Wow. Great shot.
This basket's just in a spot where if you do run it and you don't hit the exact line you wanted, you're going to go into the woods and you're not going to like it.
Uh-oh. Barry Aaron on the side of safety there, coming up a little bit short. Cam Todd.
Ooh, he barely stayed in there, but it's in a very good way.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. It's pretty close there if you go long.
Yeah, I can just... Wow!
What?
Really?
No way.
And that was to save his birdie.
It was. Incredible.
Okay. Go,
Wow.
Larry.
That happened. What a shot.
And he just gained one on Barry with that one.
He sure did. Didn't think that was happening after those second shots.
How did I never hear about that? I was there every day.
That was like a good 180, 200 foot throw in.
That was beautiful.
Wow.
If he had had the kind of drive that I know he can get there, that would have been for eagle.
Yeah.
Well, okay, right. I believe Barry's the only one that took the par there.
Yeah, you're right. Rios getting the bird and Robert taking the lead. Now that's going to take us to hole 7, Marty.
Straight ahead. I played this hole, played all these holes not well, as usual, but I'll tell you what, there's some younger trees, these sort of baby trees, that make this hole really tricky, because you really have to play a really high route or a really precise low route to avoid them. And it's another one of those holes where it looks pretty simple, but you'll see a lot of different ways to try to get there.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like Cam worked out pretty well. Robert's throwing one of his anties again.
That's going to be a little short on the right side.
Okay. Barry? Oh, that was looking so good, Marty.
Yeah, it's one of those holes that a lot of people have played where you can crush one and you feel like it's perfect, but there's some sort of optical illusion going on with the small trees and the big trees and the trees in the background where you never really know how close you are after your tee shot.
Yeah, flat hole's going to be really deceiving like that. Larry with a good putt right there. Robert going to do the same.
Is that Larry and Robert with the only birdies?
I think so. I'm not sure. Did Robert get it? Because he was long. Or look, he was short on his drive, but he may have parked it.
Well, that would only prove what I said earlier.
Yeah. It's deceiving. Now he parred.
He did par.
Looks like Larry got the sole birdie there, taking sole position of third place. And Robert holding on to that one-stroke lead over Barry. Up next game is hole 8, par 3, 460. Beast of a par 3. What are we doing, Marty? Ooh.
I don't believe this one is 460.
I don't think so either.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ian. I think that number might be off. It might be because there were some issues with the scorecards having incorrect numbers, but I think this one's more like 280.
Okay.
And what you're going to see is either some forehands or some really precise anhyzer with the backhand, or the much harder but probably the best shot, the really short backhand roller.
Yeah. Oh, Robert got a lucky kick out right there. I think it could have been serious trouble. Ooh.
So that's the kind of cut you need, because you need it to happen really fast at only 280. I believe it was 280.
Okay. And is it long OB?
No, there's really nothing back there, but just a lot of thick stuff.
Gotcha.
We're still right on the edge of the river, so between the river and the fairways is just some brutality of rough. Cam has to putt around those branches.
Which works for his hyzer putt, but not in that case.
Barry's not going to be happy with that.
Wow, that was a great drive too. Robert cleaning up a par. Can do the same. A little par action here for everybody.
It's looking that way. It is very, very tricky. It's such a sharp right turn once you get around that corner, and the distance is just in that area where you can't really throw it too hard, but you can't throw it too soft either.
Word. Alright, bunch of pars there. We still have Robert leading the way by 1. Up next is hole 9. What's the story, Marty?
This one's pretty straightforward, and by that I mean it's pretty straight. 300 feet. The real trouble is the trees right around the basket. You can get there a lot of different ways. That bushy tree on the left is going to be an issue for anyone trying to play forehand, for a right-handed player that is. Mm-hmm. This is the shot I've seen work the most, just a little flex Anheuser that kind of goes around the right side and hooks back in.
Wow, Cam threw that beautifully. Well within Robert's range to park this one. Huh. Kind of the floaty mid approach there.
Right, that's the problem when you run right at it. You really have to be throwing something that won't fade out, because it's actually a little downhill when you go to the left. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to hit the first tree.
Ouch. Barry second.
I'm surprised he went with the Anheuser there. You'd think he would skip one around it, but he's a world champion. I'm not.
Yeah, it turns out he's pretty good at this.
Right off and up top.
Wow.
Those things are like magnets.
They are. See if Barry Schultz can clean up that par.
Wow, Barry.
Ooh.
Missing some putts that Barry does not usually miss.
That's a bad miss. Robert cleans up.
Barry puts that in for bogey, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad bogey right there.
He knows it.
He does. Yeah.
You don't need to tell him.
I'm telling everybody else, Marty, not him.
Okay.
I would never do that. That'd just be mean. And there is Larry, almost getting the bird, but going to be taking the par. And, let's see how it shook out. And, that bogey for Barry. Robert now has a 2-stroke lead. Cam and Larry tied after Cam took that park job birdie. And Marty, that's all we got for part 1.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll be back for part 2.
Yep. Thanks for watching, dudes, and we'll catch you in the next one.